The latest headlines in the Ivy League, covered through exclusive interviews right now. From campus to campus, go around the Ancient Eight with Brian Seltzer, Thursdays on the Ivy League Digital Network. Football.
Starting off this week, where else? Hanover, New Hampshire. Big win for the Dartmouth Big Green. They're off to a 2-0 start in Ivy League play for the first time since 1997. Dick Lutzka of Big Green Insider, he's the football play-by-play broadcaster on the Ivy League Digital Network, witnessed the 38-31 win for Dartmouth on the road at Yale. Not the best conditions in that game, Dick, but a great outcome for the Big Green. What's the energy like around the program right now, given the way things have begun this year?
Well, we're breathing rarefied air in Hanover, that's for sure, and looking forward to playing some meaningful games during the rest of the 2014 Ivy League season. It was a terrific college football game on Saturday at New Haven. Yale, with their impressive numbers coming in 3-0 and statistically one of the top teams in the country, jumped out to a 21-7 lead. We came back with some really big plays by our quarterback Dylan Williams and our wide receiver Ryan McManus. And it was back and forth the rest of the afternoon, and it was really an exciting game to be present at and witness. And no matter who won the game, thankfully it was Dartmouth. And here we go. We're ready to take on all comers now. Holy Cross next. Homecoming this Saturday in Hanover.
Dalen Williams put up some career numbers, Dick. And, you know, Dalen is Dalen, but who and maybe what other factors have helped key this start to the season?
Well, I think that confidence is certainly one of the key factors. The team goes out on the field really thinking that they can win, which is something that they haven't experienced in previous years. It's a veteran group, group with some terrific leadership, and they're making big plays at big times during the course of the game.
Dick Lutz, veteran broadcaster, calls Dartmouth football games with the scoop on the Big Green. Dick, much appreciated.
All right, Brian, take care.
Soccer.
South we go to Cambridge, Massachusetts. Scott Sudikoff covers Harvard men's soccer for the Ivy League Digital Network. Scott, Harvard on a big-time roll right now, tied atop the Ivy League standings with the Dartmouth Big Green. Had a challenging early start to the schedule with 3 road games. One of the teams they faced, a very good Georgetown club. Since then, what's got Harvard going?
Well, I think what's gotten Harvard going is really coming back from that road trip and being able to play at home. And right off the bat, an overtime victory against Boston College, a team from the ACC, a big confidence boost, a game to win that in overtime. I think then things start to come together. A lot of the young players mixing with the older players, good mix of talent on this Harvard men's soccer team that it's definitely coming together, especially over a stint of 4 consecutive home games. It's been fun to watch.
Scott, Harvard was right in the Ivy League championship hunt up until the very last game last season in 2013. What purpose overall has Harvard approached this season with?
Well, I think Harvard came in thinking that they could be, again, at the top of the standings like they were last year. Such an amazing turnaround from what the team was a couple of years ago when they were 0-6-1. I think they came in with the confidence that they can win the Ivy League this year. Right now, they put themselves in that position at 2-0, winning their first 2 games at home. And they're showing it right now. They're playing so well with a long winning streak. They're undefeated at home. And things are coming together. Just see what they can do on the road in Ivy League play when they have to go play at Brown, at Princeton, at Dartmouth, and at Penn later on in the year.
Scott Sudikoff, Harvard men's soccer announcer on the Ivy League Digital Network with all the storylines surrounding the Crimson. Scott, thanks so much.
All right, thank you so much, too.
Field hockey.
Finishing up this week in Ithaca, New York, Julie Greco from Cornell. Cornell, Julie, bidding for its second all-time Ivy League championship. A couple really tough non-conference games recently versus reigning Patriot League champion American and number 10 Syracuse. Before that, though, a 7-game winning streak, the second longest in program history. What have been your impressions of the Cornell field hockey program the first 2 months of the season?
Well, for the first 2 months, I think that the team has been really exciting to watch. On the one hand, we're having some of the best offensive production we've had in 5 or 6 years, so that makes it a little tough to overlook the fact that right now we have just an outstanding defense. So I think that's the nice part about this team. In the past, we've maybe been a little lopsided one way or the other, and this year it just seems like there's this great balance. And the biggest thing I think is penalty corners. Right now we're allowing just over 3 penalty corners a game, which is practically unheard of.
At the forefront of that offense, Julie, junior Marissa Sergey, second All-Ivy as a freshman, first team All-Ivy as a sophomore. In what areas has she grown? She shares the Ivy League lead in goals scored with 10.
Marissa is, in my opinion, one of the best players in the Ivy League. I think that that's because of her balance. Yes, she's leading the team in offense, but the reality is that she's our best defender. And I think that over the years what I've seen her do is become a more vocal leader. She's really come out of her shell in the last few years, which is one of the great things when I work with student athletes that I love to see is students who develop on the field and off the field, and she's become this more outgoing person, and that's translated to the field.
Great insight on Cornell field hockey from Julie Greco. Julie, thanks.
Thank you.
That's it for this week's edition of Around the Ancient Eight. Talk to you next Thursday here on the Ivy League Digital Network.
This has been Around the Ancient Eight, highlighting headlines from the Ivy League. Check out new episodes premiering Thursdays on the Ivy League Digital Network.